Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Izzy Ticky. Sorry about yesterday. I had technical difficulties with my computer, so I had to wait till tonight to do it. Cause yeah, sometimes my computer just shuts down when it gets too hot. And no, the computer wasn't even hot actually, and it just shut down for no reason. Anyways, so we will, so we will be seeing DC Legends of Tomorrow. I mean, no, we will be seeing Batman versus Superman. I just can't wait till that movie comes out. Um, we have 3 weeks until the Flash returns season 2, so that's what I cannot wait for. Um, can't wait. Oh, right.
Do the girl power? Okay. Girl power. I was gonna say the thing about the strong, independent women, but she took that.
Yes.
No, my character has been in obviously other movies, and there's always kind of like a campy element to the character. But probably in terms of your question, I think there's probably a real kind of emotional groundedness to this version of it, and I attribute that to the writer Chris Terrio, as Zach said, who's just such a phenomenal writer, and gives every character in this movie like a real emotional core, even though the situations are so heightened and theatrical.
Yes. He also had the most luxurious locks of any Luthor ever. Really very, I mean, swing that around. That was beautiful.
A very low bar. They were all bald.
It's great. I've never been to Comic-Con. I just realized. Here I am. You guys are awesome. You have a lot of energy. I like it. Lois Lane. I wanted to be Lois Lane since I was 5 years old. So there you go. And I watched, I think it was Superman 2 on repeat over and over and over. But when the opportunity rose, of course I was nervous. I wanted to, make you guys all happy with Lois. But at the same time, I was just willing and open to sort of bring a very modern take on her and just sort of embrace again this really strong woman, and it's this wonderful thing that women have, where we have this emotional intelligence and vulnerability along with strength that I thought was really beautiful that Zach lets me bring to Lois.
For me, well, obviously, especially Christopher Reeve did such a fantastic job. It was dangerous for me to go anywhere near that, so I left that to its own thing, and then just with Zach on Man of Steel, built the character as much as I could, drawing from the canon, and I've just tried to follow that and stay true to the character that we ran with in Man of Steel.
I think if I thought too hard about the actors who played this part before, I couldn't have taken the job. I mean, Tim Burton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, the great Christian Bale. And I talked to Zach about it. I was like, are you sure? And he said, I have this vision. I have this idea for the guy, and you're perfect for it. I said, well, what do you mean? He's like, at the end of his rope, he's older. He's like a burnout. Appreciate like that. But in truth, thank you. Thanks, Mom. The truth was that he took me through the process of creating this character that I quite almost didn't see. And at the end of it, I was like even sort of astonished to look at it and go, that's exactly what you pitched me. And I wasn't even sure I was doing it. I had this really weird experience where before we started the movie, I was getting my kid a Halloween costume, and my son is really into Batman, and wisely. And we went to a store, a costume store in Los Angeles, and it was pretty empty. And I was in the aisle, and I hear this, "Oi!" And I turn around, and it's Christian Bale, who's the sweetest guy in the room. And there he and I are standing in the Batman Batman costume row. And I said, "Look, man, you know, you're the best. Like, what do you think? You got any tips? And make sure you can piss in that suit."
These are practical concerns.
Yeah, we put a zipper on it. Yeah.
Did you?
Actually, I think, Henry, we put a zipper on your suit retroactively, didn't we?
This time.
Yeah, this time. Yeah. You know, you don't think of these things. I think it'll be fine. I mean, how long is he going to be in it? It's not going to be that long.
Yeah, like 15 hours.
Oh, and also, let me just say, Holly has an original part in the film, and I've been such a giant fan of Holly's forever. When we were writing the script, I was like, okay, we need to find a part. We need to write a part for Holly Hunter to play in this movie. I don't care what the F it is. But it turns out that it's in a super important part, so that's good. But she's amazing, so I just had to say it.
I'm gonna be a dick, because you know the title begs a very specific question, right?
Which part of the title?
The Batman v Superman part of the title.
Very good.
And you know you've heard this a million times since you started developing this film, and you'll hear it a million times after. Who would win a fight between Batman and Superman? Now, I'm not going to ask that question because I think we know.
Because I made a whole movie about it.
Yeah, it's good. So we can just answer it today, and then because again, essential to this conflict is an immortal man, a god, as you articulated in the film, versus a human being, which begs a lot of other questions about kind of, us embracing our own humanity and what that means. However, this Batman seems to be Mecha Batman. He is a little bit of an augmented Batman.
I think the thing to look at in we call it the mech suit, whatever, but it really, in truth, it's a self-preservation concept, not to, give anything away, but it's not really enhancing his strength more than protecting him. Buying him time, if you will.
From everything that Superman is going to blow out of his eyeballs, mouth,
he's just
and nose.
Get pummeled like a piñata, so.
It's
the rest you have to see because it's slightly complicated.
Okay. we're gonna
like I said, it's a whole movie.
It's a whole
the whole entire
answers
film.
That question.
Literally, that's the only question.
All right, we're gonna take an audience question. Yeah.
Hi. Okay. So,
you are adorable. Look at you. Yes.
Thank you.
Strike a pose.
So, anyway, clearly in the movie, you deal with a lot of philosophical issues in the film. And what I was wondering is if any of what you worked through maybe perhaps changed the way that you look at life now.
You just stayed adorable through the entire question.
Yeah. Who's it for?
Pure adorability. Who is that?
You
Was
are
that for Batman and
smarter than
Superman?
everyone up here.
That could really be for whoever has an answer for it.
Bucket of cute on the left.
Zach, you can take this one.
Is there anybody who wants to tackle that?
That feels like those guys down at that end.
Yeah, it seems like Batman and Superman.
I don't know. It's kind of tough for me to say. I play a god, so I'm going to step away from this.
I think there are some really interesting, that Zach and Chris put together some really interesting ideas of, Metropolis being a big successful city and Gotham City being a place where a lot more downtrodden people live. And there's a ferry they take across. The people who work in Metropolis take from Gotham City. And the whole idea of, wealth and power and the way power engenders fear. And there were a lot of really ideas that were a little bit too smart for me to understand, but that the movie was trafficking in, and that I thought made it feel real to me and smart, and so I was even more proud to be part of it.
This is from someone who made a movie that I had to go to Wikipedia every 5 minutes to understand Argo. But sure, yeah, Superman versus Batman, too smart for Ben Affleck. Okay, yeah, sure.
I'll be more Wikipedia.
One more. Oh, Superman's back out of the gym again.
Hello.
Was it leg day or arm day? All right, let's go.
No, look at this guy's. Look at this guy's tattoos.
Yeah.
He's got tattoos on his calves.
Oh, very nice.
Superman.
Aww.
How do I know that? I've seen him before.
You know what, Zach? So have we. Go for it, buddy.
When you guys were filming the movie, at what point in time did you say, oh my God, we're coming up with something great, awesome. We're going to blow all you guys' minds away? Without spoilers, but if you do.
Or spoilers.
Please. Thank you.
While shooting the movie, I feel like,
yes.
I mean, you know, like the truth is, I mean, when you're shooting the movie, there are moments when you shoot the movie that feel like, wow, this is cool. I mean, just for instance, when we were we did a little photo shoot, you know, while everyone was getting their costumes together, and it's like Wonder Woman and Superman and Batman all sort of standing there getting their pictures taken. You're like, oh my Lord, that's crazy. Okay. But I think that, you know, for me, it actually happens long before that, you know, when we're just kind of figuring out what we're going to do, and I'm drawing, and we're just kind of getting ideas of, you know, different kind of images that we're going to create. And I just, normally, this is going to sound weird, but I'm by myself when that's happening. And I don't do anything weird.
Sure.
But there is that moment, like when you do, like, if you do a doodle and you're like, oh my Lord, I know that, I want to see that. I want to, where are the cameras? Where's everybody? Come on, let's go shoot this. So I think that's really, for me, the moment. I don't know, like, for these guys, if they had different experiences, of course, they probably would. But, you know, because by the time also I'm filming, I've seen the costume 1,000 times, and, you know, it's like a love scene. You know, everyone talks about, oh, when you do a love scene, is it sexy? And I don't know, because I've never done a love scene in a movie. I've only witnessed it. That would be weird.
Not creepy.
But they always say, the actors are always like, yeah, no, it's like, this is dumb. So I don't know if they have that same feeling when they're in their superhero costumes.
I had a feeling where, you know, first of all, I want to say Christian Bale is also buying his son a suit. He doesn't just hang out. But for me, you know, like, you look at the cast and you look at the script, and that's so much of what's there. And I always thought you can only tweak a certain amount past that, because you've almost kind of made the movie. And I remember a day about 2 weeks in it where I read the scene and I thought about how to play it, and I came in and watched it, and I thought, okay, yeah, we should probably, like, shoot it this way or that way. And Zach set the shot up so that it was one shot, and he put it on a crane, and it came around, and it covered everybody's dialogue, and it kind of encompassed the scope of what we wanted to do. And I was just like, fuck, I would never do that. That's so good. Sorry, it says people are under 18.
They've heard it before.
But anyway, I remember thinking that we were in good hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Kind words from a kind man.
before we move towards the end, we just haven't heard anything from Holly, and I just want to hear something out of your beautiful mouth with your beautiful.
Want to hear my voice?
That's it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we have one last kind of thing you want to do for the audience before we go. I know we're gonna take another.
Should we? Yeah, guys. I guess we should take one more look at the piece, because I know it goes by fast.
Guys, this happened to all of us today as a team. Wrap it up in a warm little ball, stick it deep inside. This has been amazing. Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice opens March 25th, 2016. Please give it up for Holly Hunter, Jeremy Irons, Gal Gadot, Jesse Eisenberg, Amy Adams, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and your fearless leader, Mr. Zack Snyder. Go out and kick ass. Happy Con!
So yeah, that was what's it called? Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice Comic-Con panel. I can't wait for the movie to come out. It is so awesome. In fact, we are actually going to watch the real trailer. I just found out the real trailer actually. To be honest, I always wanted to be. In fact, we're going to watch the Comic Con trailer.
Today is a day the world needs to know what happened and to know what he stands for. That kind of power.
There it is.
Let the record show that this committee holds him responsible.
That's how it starts. Right. Turned good man. Cruel.
This bat vigilante is like a one-man reign of terror.
You don't get to decide what the right thing is. Nobody cares about Clark Kent taking on the Batman.
This means something. It's all some people have. It's all that gives them hope.
People hate what they don't understand. Be their hero, Clark. Be their angel. Be their monument. Be anything they need you to be. Or be none of it. You don't know this world a thing. You never did.
Do you know the oldest lie in America, Senator? The devils don't come from hell beneath us. They come from the sky.
20 years in Gotham. How many good guys are left? How many stayed that way? He has the power to wipe out the entire human race.